Documentary man logangia mapat dakwa dolo doge documentary news Bright Line TV.
My accountability did what? Got lost.
And she's still having some money for the politicians.
And she still has money since then for the politicians up to today.
These are the sub-county councillors. Who are these politicians? Sub-county councillors?
But do you think that's true?
But
do you think you can keep a politician's money from July up to November?
Yeah.
But it isn't part of that.
No, it is not. They are not there. They are not there.
Even you were not part of
I did not even participate.
No, for him, you never participated
Yeah.
in the training.
Yeah.
You were
In you-
sub-counter?
But I delegated my vice. On
Chairman,
that day, I was having a program somewhere, and then I delegated the vice. I supposed to be in that training also. Yes. Yeah.
But did it take place?
Yeah, it is. Primarily, it took place.
But we don't have the accountability.
That is the problem now for the CDO. That is the problem.
And the whole problem is in your sub-county. Health, PDM, money for Pillar 3 and Pillar 5. It's where now we have started finding out no accountability. To me, what I know, Chairman, you cannot keep a politician's money for all this month. There is a problem.
From July up to November?
From July to November, you are keeping a politician's money.
Bank account.
I want to tell you, Madame Diso, there is a problem. I have been a politician. You can't keep my money for all.
Because if they got lost, I wanted to ask her when did they get lost? Because this is October. Not October, November.
This is November.
And I would also challenge the people who are in charge of that. Because the law says 30 days accountability must be
This is
submitted.
why I want to take him.
Within 30 Actually, for him, he's not even the one in charge of what? Accountability. The one who gave him the money is the one who should have put him to task. Who is your accounting officer? The department. Who gives you this PDM money? Who gives the money?
It was a plan.
The focal person, this man.
Yeah, because the law says if you don't return, no more money is given. You retire accountability within 30 days. And these people are not informed. Because whatever was not done, you go and receipt the what? You go to the cash officer. Me, I have now failed to what? To spend.
Yeah, today we are in Agago as a team, secretariat team, parish secretariat team, on monitoring and evaluation of parish development model activities. Specifically, this activity relates to the training of the lower local governments. Here we mean at the sub-county levels. As assumed that at this time we are on implementing and successfully, we hope that all local governments have received the information and the message. However, some whistleblowers tipped the secretariat about some activities that did not go well. This activity was supposed to be done in July 2022 this year. But with that regard, the accountabilities have not been made. And so far, when we reached here, through engagement and interaction with the senior district team, we found out that about 11 sub-countries have not submitted their accountabilities. And also some testimonies from the implementers at the lower levels, the CDOs, also indicated some did not even carry out the sensitization. Others were kept aside, and the money was also spent, but without accountability. That's the reason why we are here. This activity was specifically under community development officers. They're the ones who are supposed to carry out the activity. Since this is a side of gender, community mobilization, yes,
So
not take place. So we have opened every for investigation. Yes.
Now, when was the deadline for submission of accountability?
Of course, as by law, it should be within 30 days to have accountability, submit and ready. But now it has taken almost over 5 months.
Did you find out from the district accounting officer as to why they did not submit in the accountability?
Of course, at the district level, they were also tasking the implementers at the ground to bring, to submit the accountability. However, they failed. That's why they requested the secretary to come and intervene and have this kind of engagement.
Did you receive the complaint from the cow as to why those people at the grassroots did not submit the accountability?
Yeah, the cow, even the RDC, they were complaining that why are they not giving out the accountability. However, one of the CDO gave excuse, the accountability got lost from the office, the papers were sneaked out. Yeah, everyone was giving an excuse. Yes.
In your own investigation, did you find that there was only a problem at the sub-county level? How about at the district level? Did everything go as planned?
So far, of course, the investigation have just begun. For us, the Secretariat is not an investigating body. For us, we are just coordinators. So we have just opened now a room for investigations for the police and the security to now fish in where is the problem. But so far, we have now sensed that yes, accountability is not all right. So this is quite different. PDM is based on 7 pillars. So for today's engagement is strictly for pillar number 5, which is community mobilization. Maybe the rest could be in other pillars. But for today, it's specifically for community mobilization, which activity is training of those grassroots stakeholders, the parish development committees, which we call PDCs, and then the sub-county chiefs, the cultural religious leader at the sub-county level. Yes.
Okay, maybe just to add on that, what my colleagues were asking, the district officials have the mandate to make sure they monitor the CDOs who have now failed. I don't know how sure are you that these investigations will not touch them. Then what would you tell us about the impact of what has happened? Because someone is supposed to be trained, but right now they've not been trained. The money has been used. What's the impact of that in the implementation of PDM in Agago?
First of all, the district are the accounting officers. So everything wrong, they are accountable. We are just coming in to fish why, and we empower them and we help them. The impact here at the secretariat is that if something wasn't done rightly, let it be done. We are not convicting anybody, but we are streamlining the process. For example, you find that at the certain district, sub-county, the sensitization wasn't done. We tell them, where did the money go? If it is here, bring it and let the activity take place.
Are you saying that they will have to find out where the money is, they bring it back and make sure those people are trained?
Obvious. That's the approach of PDM. We are not convicting, we are saying where is the money and for which activity.
Is there some time frame that you would give them to make sure they find and train these people so that the district also does not remain behind in the implementation?
We have opened to the district and we have given the district up to Friday to go deep on the ground and find out.
Friday this week?
Yes, Friday this week.
Remind me of your name, please.
I'm Dr. Sandy Nixon, economist at the Parish Development Model Secretariat.
I just realized from nowhere that my documents went missing, including even TPC book, including even the priorities. I looked for it in vain, I've not got. Only now in the process of completing planning, then I work on the accountability and bring. Just that. Don't have anything much to say. I don't know. I just realized they were not there.
In office.
Whether in office,
The money for the politician, are you still having it or you're
I have. For 5 people who did not attend training.
each person gets how much?
7,000 times 5, that is how much. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
No, actually, how much is the money we're talking about? I mean the total amount of money.
528 for Dilang Sub-County, 528 for Dilang Town Council. I had already attached the documents together plus the payment receipt for the 2 administrative unit. But due to workload, I took time to come and pay because even some other people have not yet received their money.
You mean to say that the cases related to you, actually to yourself, is it related to your friends?
I'm not sure. I'm talking
On your own?
side, on my own behalf. I'm not sure for my friends. I'm not sure. So I have not yet brought my accountability because I lost the documents. And I'm working on it. I want to call a meeting so that these people come around and they sign. But now I have not yet got time because of workload.
Who is able to access your office when you are not there? Who has the key to your office?
My friend, I sit under mango tree, and my office, our sub-county is just 2 rooms, 3 rooms.
You mean you all share the same
We
office?
share. When I want to talk to my clients, I sit under mango tree, and my office space is just open. Nothing is locked. When you forget anything, you have not picked it. You have now forgotten. But I think it just went missing somewhere. It could be maybe some, but I don't think somebody can steal. It is just misplaced, missing somewhere. That's all.
Okay.
Not that maybe somebody has stolen.
Just maybe to conclude, what can you say about the activity these people are carrying out right now?
What's your last word?
I don't have anything to say. I don't have anything to say.
Yes, I'm a Pule Jog District Chairperson, Agago District.
Thank you.
I know you are very interested in getting the details
Thank you.
of the reasons why the CDOs were arrested. About 6 of them were taken, and simply because of one simple mistake, they have not submitted the accountability of the trainings on PDM that were conducted in the sub-counties. Because we called the sub-county chairpersons, we called the PDC members, all of them are confirming the training took place and they attended and they were paid. But they have not submitted the return. And in law, unless there is documentary evidence to prove that you have taken action, you will not be believed. So these people are arrested, they have been taken to write statement because they have not submitted the return. Even simple name attendance register has not been returned. But when you call people in the sub-counties, they confirm, yes, we attended the training, we have paid our money. The sub-county chairpersons are here, you can talk to them. All of them were paid, all of them were trained, but the CDOs did not give the return. They have not given the accountability, the report of the training. So due to negligence, they have been taken to write statement to explain why they have delayed to submit back the reports of the training and the accountability of the resources that were expended to carry out the training. And it is also a good lesson. We had government operation, we had government funding. When you are advanced money, you must report back. You must make accountability, not only paper accountability, physical report. If there are people who attended the training, their names would be attached to your report. Like in the case of Omia, even the attendance register is available. But what happened? I think one of the trainees gave a wrong telephone number. So when the visitors called that number, someone from Ubende was picking it. But the person is a real human being in Omia Pachua. We know him and we are going to him tomorrow. But I think he stated the telephone contact number. So the accountability for Omia Pachua was rejected on the basis of wrong telephone contact number. So physically tomorrow we are traveling to Omia Pachua to traverse all the villages to find out that man. to confirm that is a living young human being, not dead. And we'll parade him before public.
So, Chairman.
Yes, please.
As the chairman of the district, what can you tell?
I've already told them.
Voters?
I've already told them. No, the voters. The voters.
Oh, the beneficiaries.
Yes, the beneficiaries. I don't have any problem. They are trained. People who should learn are the implementers. The people who conduct trainings. The people who go to implement PDM activities. They must learn to submit correct and timely accountability. Because in our case, the people who undertook the training, the people who attended the training, they are confirming they were trained, they are confirming they were paid. But the CDOs who presided over the training have not submitted the report, the accountability, the attendance register, giving the names, contacts of the people who attended the meeting, are not submitted. And therefore it is taken that they have not done the training. So it is a lesson to them. Whenever you are given an assignment, go by the guideline. There are procedures for accountability. When they advance you money, you are supposed to report to account for money within how many days? 30 days. Any excess days is a subject of suspicion. So these people were taken because they delayed to submit the accountability. I think that is now very simple.
Thank you.
Honorable Chair,
yes, madam.
This pose fear if only the issue of training accountabilities are not being submitted. What if the real implementation comes? What do you say about that?
That was the real implementation. You think this training was about what?
Because it is still at the start and then accountability
No.
is not there.
PDM is on pillars. Every pillar is independent. A pillar on data collection is the real implementation.
So what is
pillar
your message?
on awareness creation is already implementation. They implemented in phases.
The pillar number 8 is arrest.
Yes.
Want to understand, is it an arrest or just a recording of statement that has happened today? And what is it for? Thank you.
And if it is recording statement, what is the given time to read?
This is an arrest, and of course arrest means you've first been arrested, then you can be asked to record a statement on what you know under pillar number 4 and of the PDM. Yes, so all the sub-county, they're supposed to submit the accountability. Others have submitted, others have not yet submitted. Have received money for this training are the community development officer, who are entirely concerned with that money.
One would ask that as your officers takes the mandate to monitor parish development model from the first bit to the last, should we say that you took full responsibility of making sure they do their work and they didn't do? And also another thing, one would say that as your office, it wasn't done. Why did it have to wait for the people from the state? Now did the
basically my work is to do monitor. But the accounting officer who supervises them is a chief administrative officer. As far as report I got, they have done the training from most of the sub-county. They have done the training according to what when I went to monitor. But the issue of accountability, full accountability, they're supposed to submit to the office of the cow, which indeed Soro the focal point person, which is the district planner. And the planner, during our meeting we held on the 11th of this month in the office of the chairman, assured us that everything was done and they were supposed to submit the same accountability to Kampala. But what came out is some other community development officer has not yet submitted their accountability, and that is purely the negligence on their part.
Do you know the number of sub-counties that have not submitted their accountability?
The number which have not, the sub-county which have not submitted their accountability yet need to verify. But what we have, there could be more than 10 sub-counting out of the 26. Yes.
What do you say to the rest of the officials as pertains the implementation of parish development model, especially after the first arrest of these people?
They have to take their work very seriously, because the PDM is actually designed to help our people get out of the poverty line. The 39% which we have in this country, which are below the poverty line, they are supposed to be uplifted. to reach the money economy. And it is through the implementation of the PDM to the dot, all the activities to the dot, which can actually ensure that our people get out of poverty.
One officer complained that she was working in under the trees. She doesn't have an office, so she was sharing, and after now, one of the documents got lost. That's why she is being arrested. What can you say about that?
Of course, Adilang sub-county is among, after Adilang town council was created, they're supposed to go to a new location. But that is not an excuse. Because after doing the training, how long does it take you to bring accountability? By law, you are supposed to bring accountability within the shortest time possible. So from the July when you did the training up to now, why don't you bring me the accountability? And besides, whatever he's mentioning, he will record the statement to police. Whatever he was telling you that he doesn't have an office and ABCD, that is the subject of what she must go and record with the police.
As an officer who is in charge of all government services in the district of Agago, what do you make of this activity that took place this afternoon?
It is an awakening to them and to all of us. But to correct you, I'm a representative of the president in the district, and I'm in charge of monitoring all the projects, whether government projects, from civil society organizations. I'm responsible for monitoring the program. The chief administrative officer is entirely in charge of all the civil servants in the district. So this is just a wake-up call to our all the stakeholders involved in the implementation of PDM and the government project, that we need to take our work very seriously. We need to take their work very seriously without just sleeping on their work.
Let's assume you are giving your recommendation to the ministry in charge of PDM. What was going to be your recommendation?
Of course, like I told you, I'm the chairperson of the PDM in the district. And the president is the overall person, the chairperson in the entire country. Now, the Ministry of Local Government, which these fall under them, plus even Ministry of Finance, they want to make sure the money, whatever the money which is sent to the district for an activities, must be done and accounted for to the dot.